Hey, gentlemen, this is Vince Miller. Thank you so much for joining me for another devotional. Before we begin today, I want to give a shout out to Aldifer Lumber for the two live edge tables they made me right here. These are so cool. But especially to you guys at the lumber company there who are using our devotionals to lead your guys. I love it when you do that. Thank you so much for following these devotionals and using them with your guys. And with that, today we're going to be in John chapter 7. I'm going to read verses 50 through 52. We're picking up in the story where last time some officials went out to arrest Jesus but came back empty-handed. The officials or the leaders are chastising them. Then one speaks up. Here's what he says. Nicodemus, who had gone to him, Jesus, before, and who was one of them, one of the officials, said to them, the rest of the officials, "Does our law judge a man without first giving him a hearing and learning what he does?" They replied, "Are you from Galilee too? Search and see that no prophet arises from Galilee." So these groups of guys here kind of put Nicodemus in his place. Now, fellas, I'd love to say that this never happens anymore. People are never pronounced guilty and then required to prove their innocence. Kind of laughable, isn't it? Well, it's not really laughable so much. This stuff continues to happen, doesn't it? We see it play out in our day. And it's especially not laughable when it happens to you. And we got to be careful here because we've all been complicit in doing this. I've done it, so have you. I've done this to my wife. I've done it to my kids. I've done it to employees and friends and politicians and spiritual leaders, and you name it. I have assumed their guilt before ever learning or hearing more. Yet, we learn right here, mature spiritual men know how to moderate their emotions, mediate their assumptions, and endure resistance to search for the truth, the very thing that we want. And I believe we need more men like Nicodemus today, men who can confidently and calmly contest for the truth. But this means you're going to have to stand up, fellows. You're going to have to speak up. You're going to have to risk your reputation for his and even put your job on the line at times, like Nicodemus does right here. And I believe this is beginning to happen. So my question for you today is this. Will you join the ranks of Nicodemus? Will you be that one hopeful man? And if so, what's the risk you're going to take today? And I want you to let me know. Tell me the risk you're going to take today and put it in the comments below. Because, man, you need to be held accountable to this because we need these men. I love you guys. I pray that this has blessed you today. If it has, share it with someone else, and I'll see you right back here again tomorrow.